Hi guys, it's Aysh. I am sorry I haven't been around for a long time. Okay, so as I've mentioned in the past, April through to about September, October is my really busy times at work. I'm basically the only person who does the work that I do within the place that I work. I can't really talk about who I work for because of social media stuff with rules and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so that's my busiest time for work, and it's been especially busy this year. And if you knew where I worked, you would understand why it's especially busy this year. So that's why I haven't been around. The other reason is that I've started on some new medication. No, the world's not ending. But one of the side effects at the beginning is that you feel quite drowsy. And to give you an indication, probably at about lunchtime, I start yawning. And yeah, so when I get home, or used to get home at night, I just wasn't in the mood for filming, basically. And then on the weekends, you know, busy because I haven't done anything during the week because I've been tired when I come home, etc, etc, etc. You all know my sister was diagnosed with breast cancer last year, and she said to me, you need to push through the symptoms and just get on with it. And so that's what I'm doing. She's the expert. She just finished chemo and radiotherapy, and all's well there. Thank you for everybody who's been asking, and the well wishes as well. So yeah, put on my big girl panties because I am a big girl, and just push through. I am feeling a lot better, and I think a lot has to do with also the weather is changing. So we're coming into spring. It's been spring for a while, but you know, my environment is catching up. So without further ado, I'll continue on. So this is my combined August and September empties. I'm not going to show you everything, but I'll show you as much as I can. This is also my update for my project 2014? 214 pan or Makeout 2014, whatever you want to call it. For those of you who are new, I do mine a different way and you haven't watched, so I've got my own rules. The original video is down below, hopefully I remember. There is a lot to go through. I'm not going to go through everything. So firstly, I'm just going to get my plastic bag ready for the recycling and for the bin. I did, again this year, for those of you who followed me since last year, I did do sample September this year, and I have got a whole bunch of samples. So they're all here. I'm not going to talk about all of them, but I might say yay or nay. The firstly was the Neutrogena Body Lotion Light Sesame Formula. That's it there. I got this from a sample, but I can't remember where. I really like this as a body lotion. It was actually really nice. So I think it's worth trying out. And the scent wasn't too overpowering. I had a whole bunch of samples from Chanel. And these are, it's actually more than what came in the packet. But the packet was, and I'm dropping them everywhere. So it was there, I think, is it a new range? It's Chanel, and it's got Le Jour de Chanel, La Nuit de Chanel, and Le Weekend de Chanel. So one's for the day, one's for night, and one's for the weekend, and I think the weekend just works harder, and you got 3 in them. So that's their names there. They are scented, so if you don't like scented, you're not going to like them. They were nice. I just will never ever pay the price for the full stuff, so they can go. Don't need to talk about those because they're boring. Can put that one as well. One thing I did really like was the Beauty Booster Advanced Repair Retinol Eye Cream from Trish McAvoy. This was, you know, you guys know me and eye cream. You know, I just think it's a load of bull. But anyway, I really like this one, and so that's what the packaging looks like if you were to buy it. Yes, it's all disgusting, but this is my trash essentially. It's got a very silicone-y feel to it. I haven't read the ingredients, so it would have silicone in it, but it just looked really nice. And if I could read it, it says, hang on, let's see. It's supposed to repair, smooth, firm, brighten, defend. I don't know if it did all that. I don't have too many wrinkles, and they tend not to, my under eyes tend not to be too dry. I just like the feel of it. If I've got eye cream or sample eye cream, I'll use it, but I don't actively really go out and buy it other than if it's on Spesh. So it says retinol helps to repair damage, to reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles, firm loose skin, smooth texture and restore radiance. The resveratrol promotes cellular repair and helps defend skin from future damage. The hyaluronic acid strengthens skin, skin's moisture barrier, and caffeine reduces puffiness. I don't have puffy eyes, so I can't mention that. It is expensive. It could be around the $100 mark, but don't quote me. Could be more, could be less, I don't know. But I really liked it. I thought I got this from Mecca as a sample, but I can't find Trish McEvoy on the Mecca website, so I have no idea how this came into my I don't know how I got my hands on this, but it was actually quite nice. So my sister liked it too. She tried it once. Do I talk about these? No. I will talk about this one. This one is the Nude Magic. Is it a BB cream? What is it? Yeah, whatever. It's from L'Oreal. This is a medium colour. The medium colour actually looked quite good on my skin. Like it was a good match, and I'm a Chanel 3 or 4, what else am I? NW25, NC30, but I can actually wear NW30 sometimes. Revlon, I wear a true beige. Do I wear true beige or medium beige? Something like that. So it was a nice medium shade. Liked it. It didn't oxidize on my skin. Looked really nice on my skin. It's probably a purchase that I might make towards the beginning of next year, or when there's 40% off or something, but I really liked it. And that was from L'Oreal. So to the full size items, again, some of this stuff you guys see over and over. This is my Daiso detergent that I use to wash, like deep clean my brushes and sponge. This is the only thing that cleans my beauty blender, like awesomely. I love it, and it's $2.80. So if you've got a Daiso store near you, check this out. And sometimes it's a pink labeling. Okay, and boring stuff, shower gel. This is the Imperial Leather Foaming Shower Gel in Japanese Spa, which is jasmine and green tea. I've got a whole bunch of these. These are always like $2.50 or something like that. And I think I even picked up a whole bunch that were 50 cents. This scent is really nice. One thing I don't like is that you can always feel that there's some down there and it just doesn't come out. It doesn't, you know, when you press it, I just don't have the patience. I don't know what it is. So I would never pay full price because I don't think I'm getting to use the whole product. But for 50 cents or $2, bloody awesome shower gel. It comes out like a gel and then it sort of foams up, so it gives you a nice foam. It's not drying, not for me anyway, but I don't have those sorts of issues. So I do recommend that one. And shampoo and conditioner. These are one of my favourite shampoo and conditioner. Well, it's one of my favourite brands. It's the Aveda brand. I love this one purely for the scent. This is the rosemary and mint from Aveda. So this is the the shampoo and conditioner. I love this scent. If you have never smelt this, you need to go, oh my God, it is so... I just love it, and I would be happy to use this for the rest of my life. I just love it. I was first introduced to this by an old hairdresser of mine because they used to use it on their clients. Obviously, I was one of their clients, and you would even hear other people just go, oh my God, what's that shampoo? Oh my God, what's that shampoo? So when they switched to this one, I am sure they sold a lot of products. Good way to upsell. I love it. It's not cheap, but I occasionally do buy it to... get the joy. It's a bit energizing as well. It's quite cleansing. I question whether it's appropriate for colored hair, and I obviously have a lot of colored hair because you can see lots of grays at the moment, but really like it. So if you want to change, or you love that beautiful smelling shampoo and conditioner, try it out, or just go wherever they sell Aveda and just have a scent, but I mean a smell. But I like all their shampoos. I used the blue Mulva at one stage, and when I was blonde I used whatever the blonde one was, and when I had red hair I used the red one for red coloured hair. So I have used a lot of their products, but like that one, absolutely recommend it. And then of course if you've got access to a CCO, I'm sure they sell it at a CCO as well. I finished 2 toners, none of them to write home about. This one's got a lot of alcohol in it. This is just from Ayshxo. Can't even tell you what the name is, but that's the packaging. It was nice, wasn't excessively drying. And this is a Sunscreen Hydrating Mist Toner. It's alcohol and paraben free. It has chamomile and rose water, so if you are sun sensitive to that, don't use it, but otherwise to freshen your skin during the day. And I also obviously use it as a toner as well underneath my moisturiser. I just love the scent of it, and that's why I use it. So, and it's cruelty free. I do recommend it, and it's often on special at Priceline too. Is it available overseas? I can't remember. There's one brand that I think is not available, but it is, and I don't know if that's the brand. Okay, the next one is the Anti-Fatigue Cleansing Wipes by L'Oreal. There's 2. There's this one and I think the other red one like this. I like both of these. I'm not the biggest fan of cleansing wipes, but I find that these do actually last the whole, like I can use all of them before they dry out. This one decrinkles and refreshes. Dermalis, it's got Dermalis and vitamin C. It's supposed to be for mature skin, but I only ever buy these again when they're on special, when they're at 40% off. I don't have any at the moment, which is a big deal for me, but when they're on special I might pick it up. But yeah, they are one of the nicer ones that I've used. Like I said, I'm not a big fan, but I do like these ones. That's that, and onto some there's another non-makeup thing. This is actually my favourite eye cream, and if I was to buy eye cream, this is the one I would buy. This is from Lucent. It's an Ego Pharmaceuticals brand. Anti-aging eye cream, smooth fine lines and wrinkles with AHAs, vitamin B something, C and E. This is was recommended by, the brand was actually recommended by my dermatologist. I don't go to a dermatologist regularly, and I haven't gone for way over a year. But she recommended this skincare brand, and these eye creams happen to be reduced at some of the Priceline stores for $10. So I picked up a couple maybe, I can't remember. Anyway, so this is the last of them. I really like it. If I was to recommend an eye cream that was reasonably priced, because this is about, when I say reasonably priced, it's still in the $50, $60 range. I do really like this one. But again, my opinion of eye creams is they're a waste of money. Just use, I don't know. But then again, I don't have really dry under eyes, and I figure any wrinkles that occur are basically because I smile a lot and because I'm now 43 years of age. So you can't reverse that sort of stuff without, I don't know, some sort of real big surgical intervention or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. Okay, onto some makeup, and there's actually a lot of eye stuff here, but I'll do the face products first. The first one is this. I've actually made a video on this one. This is the Garnier Perfect Blur 5-second primer. You'll find it in the skincare section, at least in Australia. I really like it. It reminds me of the Benefit Professional. I have bought another tube of this one. I've made a video on it. I'll link it below. Really do like it, so I'm not going to continue talking about it. And then I finally finished the e.l.f. High Definition Powder. Faith, I think this is a powder that you gave me. Well, I finally finished it. I do actually like it, but the packaging is so bulky, so I thought I really need to finish some of my bulky face powders. So I don't know why I chose the cheapest one to finish first, but I did. I do like it. I think it works well, especially when I'm filming. It didn't, I don't think it was awesome for oily skin, but for $6, I think in Australia maybe it's $12, and you can buy e.l.f. from Kmart now in Australia, as well as some pharmacies, and you can buy e.l.f. online as well. And also iHerb sells e.l.f. products as well, so I really like it for the price. And I know that's bad to say that, but I think it's got a lot to do with HD powders rather than the e.l.f. product itself. But I don't mind it, and I quite like it. And will I buy it again? When I finish all my HD powders, I'll make a decision about which one I will stay with, but it's nice if you haven't tried it. Okay, then a whole bunch of eye stuff. I was surprised and heartbroken with some of these. I'm not going to get into these mascaras. These two had been in my collection for a while, so this one dried out really quickly. I did like the brush on it, if you want to see the brush, but it went quite clumpy quite quickly, so I don't know whether it's the mascara itself or whether it's just because it's been in the stash for quite a while. And this one, I actually just didn't like it. The brush is interesting. I like it. Reminds me of another mascara, which I can't remember the name of, that I quite like. But I think the spikes on this one really irritated my the base of my lashes, and I didn't like it for that reason. So, and that's this. Did I tell you what they are? This is the Almay Get Up and Grow. It would help if it's right side up. Is that right side up? Yep. In the black. And this is the Rimmel Sexy Curves. I do like the packaging though. It's a nice purple colour. Nice. I'm throwing away my last eyebrow pencil. This is from Essence. It's in the colour, I don't know what colour it is, but it's a light one. I can't read it because I have shocking eyesight, but that's it there. That's a dark thing. I just don't use eyebrow pencils, so that's going. It wasn't expensive. It's fine. It's got a cute, you know, brush on the end of it too, but I just don't use it. It's got to go. And then I finished like a plethora of eyeliners. The first one, which I wasn't really wowed about, I got it for free, so the world hasn't ended, is the Mirror Nest Tight Liner. I don't know, I just used it on the top of my lashes. That's the colour, but it just dried out very quickly. That's a tip, it's just like a felt tip. I wouldn't waste my money on that. I do have another one somewhere. And then I finished the art liner from Lancome. I got this in some sort of pack, so I wouldn't have gone out to like just buy this one because it's in the $50 range here in Australia. I like liquid eyeliners that are waterproof. I don't know if they make a waterproof, I'm sure they do. That's the tip. It's really nice, and I understand why people like it. Will I buy it again? No, because I think the price is quite exorbitant. Again, that's the tip. Really easy to control. Loved it, and it lasted a very long time. So that, I mean, it didn't dry out in the sense, but it's not enough for one eye, and it's got one of those in case you're wondering. And then the one that I was heartbroken about, because I did try to buy it again, but they were sold out. This is from Illamasqua. And you guys know I like Illamasqua. Illamasqua is cruelty-free. I was going to say duty-free. And this is the colour in Raven. Let's see if I can get some colour out of this. This is a beautiful, like an oxblood. It's... oh, some of it's coming out, but not much. Yeah. I like the brush. I like using it. It feels balanced on my hand. Like, and I can rest my finger, and I can get a nice small wing. I've got hooded eyes, so I'm not looking for a huge cat wing. But that's the tip. That's the colour. It's like a... well, it's an oxblood deep red, maroon, purpley. Like, I absolutely love it. I just think it gives your eyes such a different look. I have brown eyes, so I think it works because of that. I can't Maybe for green eyes this would look awesome too. But I absolutely love it, and will definitely purchase it again once they're back in stock here in Melbourne. And the other surprise that I loved, I actually went to, if I had filmed a favourite in the last 2 months, this would have been in one of those months when I tried it. And this is the Benefit push-up eyeliner. Yes, bah, one of the sheep. I really like this. I mean, this is a sample. When it first came out, because I get my eyebrows waxed at the Benefit Brow Bar, when it first came out, you know, obviously they always try to upsell, and that freaking shits me about getting my eyebrows waxed there. And it's like, stop trying to sell me products, just give me my brow wax and let me go. You know, it's not a cheap brow wax. Don't ask me to spend more money. Anyway, it's their job, so, but it, you know, I'm silently cursing the worst words on earth while they're speaking to me though. Sorry, but it's true. And so she said, oh, you know, we got the blah, 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 blah. So she did it on. She really couldn't manage it when she did one eye. And I said, do you mind if I actually try using it? Because obviously the whole point is that this is a different applicator. It's a gel liner, but it's got this rubber tip applicator. And that's what I wanted to try. We can't return products back in Australia, here in Australia. So I didn't want to spend money on something that, that I actually didn't like using rather than the product itself. I thought it's a gel liner, it's probably going to be a good liner anyway. I found it easy to use when I used it in store, and don't freak out, I was the first person that she used it on because it had just come out. And I really liked it, and it lasted all day. It was a nice matte finish. It comes off quite easily because I use a cleansing oil. So I didn't have any issues there. So they were giving away freebies a few weeks ago, so I said, can I please have a freebie? And I tried it again and I loved it. It's a beautiful, nice black colour, and there's some on the tip, so that's the colour there. I mean, this applicator is not the applicator, but it's similar. So I quite liked it, and I was glad that I had the opportunity to actually use a real thing as well. What this was good for is to actually just see if I would like to use it, like to see whether it irritated my eyes, all that sort of stuff. So I just wanted to make sure. It's definitely something that I would consider in the future to purchase, and that's the Benefit Push-Up Eyeliner. So that's all my non-Project Pan empties. I know it's a lot, but it's been a while, and quite frankly I haven't shown you everything. So some of it's not even in the lounge room that I'm filming in, and I'm just gonna, you know, usually I stop the video and I pull everything out and I set up all this other stuff, but I'm just gonna talk to you because I miss you guys. Hi, how you going? I'm okay, getting there. It's nice that it's all sunny. Anyway, ta-da, all organised. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, quickly, I set a $1 limit to anything that I have in my project pan, also my non-project items. It's just a way to encourage me to finish stuff. I actually don't know what my yearly total is now because I've lost my my little folder that had the totals in there. I need to reconstruct it. I do have another thing, but it's just going to take a while. However, I do know, sorry if you can hear that, but actually, why am I sorry for? It's the street and I can't stop people driving like idiots in the street. Anyway, so I don't know. I definitely know that it's probably around the 1200 mark. I have spent all that now. Well, I'm due to spend some of it, so I bought a sewing machine, which I won't show you, but I bought a sewing machine. I bought a bag, and I'll show you the bag soon. And then the rest, and I know this is going to kill all you people because I said I would swear that I'll buy something nice, but my car is due for some major work, so the rest of the money is going to that, because the idea of spending any of my savings on mechanical repair for my car just drives me insane. I remember maybe a year, probably 2 years ago, I had saved up all this money to buy an LV bag, and yeah, went to car repair. I do have a decent car, but when there's something wrong, it costs a lot of money. The parts cost a lot of money, which is painful. Anyway, so I have spent all the money, and I will be spending then some. So, but I still will work it out to work out what the total yearly sum would have been, just so that you guys know. But like I said, it's around the 1,200. Actually, it might be around the, I reckon I've missed a month. Maybe the 1,350 mark, something like that. Anyway, so I know it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I could be wrong. Who knows? I might be out by hundreds. Like I've overcalculated in my head. But anyways, so the things that I've finished that are part of the project pan for this is August and September. So no, there's no October stuff in here. The first one is this Soap and Glory Sugar Crush Energy Boosting Citrus Conditioning Fresh and Foamy Body Wash. It has lime oil, whatever, something, kiwi juice water, and skin softening omega rich veggie oil. It's actually got a lime fragrance to it. So that's the packaging there. You can buy this Soap and Glory at Mecca and Kit and overseas, obviously. You know, I don't know, where do you buy it in? Is it at Debenhams in England? In the US you would find it at, I was going to say Kit, Sephora. But I love it. I really enjoyed using it. I won't buy it for a while because I just get bored with scents. For those of you who are in Australia, this smells like a lime splice. And those of you who drink, you might be reminded of the Maduri splice. It's a light limey scent, but it's got that creaminess behind it as well. And it's not overpowering at all. So if you want a bit of fragrance when you're using it, but you don't want it to sit on your skin, but you still want that fragrance while you're showering, definitely. It's not drying. I don't think it's energizing at all, but it was just a nice sort of, it's just beautiful. And I used like every bit I could. I even put water in it. Oh my god, now I want a splice. Oh, yum. But I do recommend that one. It's been between, I want to say around $15, but you get half a litre, so it's pretty cool. Which, for those of you who are not metric, is 6.2 US fluid ounces. And then I finished conditioner. This is from Desert Essence. I'm still using the shampoo. This is a coconut conditioner and it's for nourishing for dry hair. I have oily hair, but I colour my hair, so the ends are quite dry. And this was actually really nice. And the coconutty smell, I can't remember. I find the actual shampoo for this is much thicker than the conditioner, which is weird. It smells coconutty. It smells like, to me, it smells more fake than real. It kind of smells like desiccated coconut. Smells like coconut ice that we would buy from Darrell Lee or Chocolate Box. It does smell like that, but as a conditioner, I really liked it. It's not one that I would use. I mean, I wet my hair every day. I don't wash my hair every day. So I don't use this every day, so it's not an issue. Yes, I still do have oily hair, but I find that if my hair got less oily when I slowly started not washing it every day. So this is it there. I got it from iHerb. It was around the $7 mark. Absolutely recommend it. It's for dry hair. I don't know if it's good for dry hair, but for my hair, that's coloured. It was fabulous. Liked it. Another item I liked. This actually, I think I liked oh no, there's one dodgy one. I might do that next so that I don't finish on a dodge. This from Paula's Choice. It's the Resist Intensive Wrinkle Repair Retinol Serum. Paula's Choice no longer operate in Australia, so if I was to order again, which I will in the future, I'd have to buy it from overseas. So, but this is the packaging there. This is a serum. It felt like almost like an oily serum rather than like a silicone-y one. It was like a light ambery colour. Really liked it. I am avoiding buying serums and stuff for night at the moment because I keep on saying I'm gonna start on retinol, but I'm trying to finish all my products first. So when I finish all those nighttime creams and serums, then I'll start on retinol cream in the evening. So, but I do recommend it, and I would purchase it in the future. And did I say the name? Paula's Choice Resist Intensive Wrinkle Repair Retinol Ice Cream Serum. Not ice cream. I've got ice cream in the head now. I so am going to get one. All I can think of is now like a lime splice, a lime spider, which would be like it would be an ice cream, a lime ice cream soda for you guys in the US. Don't know what you call it in England, but that's all that's in my head now. I'm smelling lime and vanilla together. Yum! Okay, this is a dodgy product. I don't even think it's sold anymore. It's a lip liner from Rimmel. I think it was called something like the Gloss Liners or something. Why you would need a glossy lip liner is beyond my understanding. It's shit. If you see it in a bargain bin, don't even spend your money on it. It's crap. Don't buy it. Okay, moving on. Another item from Soap and Glory, and Soap and Glory, did I say, was cruelty free. This is their hand food. This is their smaller size. I know there are people who swear by this. The scent is okay. It doesn't wow me, but I know that some people at work really liked it when I put it on. It was good to have at work. It didn't leave my hands really oily, so I can continue on using the keyboard. But I don't think, maybe I do, because my hands have been, okay, what I was going to say is, I don't think this is as awesome as everybody makes it out to be, but for the price of the hand cream, I think it's an awesome hand cream, and if you haven't tried it, I would definitely recommend it, but it's not the bee's knees in my world, but maybe it is, because my point was that during winter, I was using this a lot, and I didn't really have excessively dry hands, so maybe it was actually awesome. I don't know, but here it is, just so that you can see it again. For $6, which is almost the price of coffee, absolutely worth it though. Okay, a foundation. This is in 2 parts. Excuse me while I do a bum shuffle. I do have a top on, I just realised. Yeah. Anyway. This has appeared in my favourites. It's appeared in a lot of people's favourites. I don't need to talk about it. Millions of people have done reviews on this. All I will say is that this colour is true beige and it's a really good colour for me. This is the Revlon Colour Stay for oily skin. I don't know if you can see the empty bits, but it's all empty. But this hasn't got the pump that they have now. Some people have said that the formula has changed since it's gone to the pump, but I don't know. I haven't bought a new one. I have some other long-lasting foundations that I really need to finish, like drugstore ones, and once I finish those, unless a new one comes out that I want to try out, I'll buy another one of this one. But what I did was I emptied it into an air pump that I got from Ayshxo, and that's how I used it. So I really liked it. I think it's absolutely overpriced in Australia. This is, I think it's $39 in Australia. If somebody said, should I buy the Revlon, I would say try the Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is $50 here in Australia. Try that one first, and because you can get a sample there. If you like it, buy it when they've got a gift with purchase. Otherwise, buy this one. But sometimes you can get this for 40 or 50% off too, so that's when it's worth it to get this one. But I would never ever pay $39 for this Revlon foundation, even though I love it, because in my head I can buy it for $13 in the US. So that's why I won't do it. To give you any indication about Revlon here in Australia, Revlon has their own beauty stands in department stores. So it's like a department store makeup here in Australia. Like, does that make any sense? Yeah, so anyway, absolutely overpriced here, but that's the way it goes. Okay, and then I'm going to save the best to last. Well, you might not think it's the best, but anyway, so this isn't the best. This is my eyeliner from Urban Decay. This is the colour Rockstar. This is their 24/7 eyeliners. I know people love these. That's the colour there. It's a purple. Can you see that? Beautiful colour. But it just doesn't stay. I like to wear a lot of eyeliner, obviously. As you see on my waterline, this doesn't really stick on my waterline, but for below my lashes and above, fine. Yes, it stays for the day and it doesn't migrate, but if I was to put on my waterline, it doesn't show up, and if it doesn't show, it does show, and I managed to get some on there, it does migrate during the day as well. So I wasn't wowed about it. I think for $20, I think the retail price is around the $20 mark. I think it's a rip-off for this colour, even though I like the colour. I got them in the 15th anniversary edition where you got a whole bunch. Yeah, so I think they came to under $10, so it was nice to try a whole bunch of colours. But yeah, and can I say, I don't know if it was because I wasn't paying attention to everybody who were showing the 15th anniversary pencil palette in their hauls. It might have been, oh well, I'm never going to get my hands on it, so what am I don't care, and you know, tune out what's on my phone sort of thing. The smell, I swear, did you guys, those of you who bought it, I know Jodie had the same issue, but the smell that was on these pencils, I had to, like, I basically not drown them, buried them in baking soda for over a month to try to get this awful, it's not even a plasticky smell, it's just this weird smell. Anyway, but I do like some of their other eyeliners. I love Perversion, I like Zero, I would love to try Whiskey. I haven't tried Whiskey yet. I do like Bourbon, but yeah, anyway, that's my 2 cents worth. Sorry if you like them. And lastly, Amber F is doing like Pan That Palette Challenge, and I have finally finished the last 3 eyeshadows of this palette. Now, when I say finished, there is a little bit there, but I wasn't going to it's not enough for an eye, in my opinion, and I wasn't going to dig them out so it looked like it was empty. I'm just showing you, I'm just being honest. Yes, it was a small palette. This is a palette from it was the Michael Kors for Estee Lauder, and you got, I just dropped it and I'll just do that. You got Bronze Goddess bronzer and then 6 shadows, so they're all gone. The Bronze Goddess, I actually quite like that bronzer, but yeah, so as you can see, there's a bit like there and there and there, but anyway, I'm calling it done, and I'm calling it a Panda palette. Yay! That's one less in my stash, and the reason why I chose this one was basically because it was broken, and I just wanted to let it go. So you can do it, you can finish a palette, and I'm glad, because often we buy that sort of stuff because, you know, we just get sucked into the hype. Everybody else is buying something up. It's during the holiday season and we just want to buy ourselves a gift and blah blah, etc, etc. It's nice to actually finish something like that, so that's the awesome bit about that. And I'm going to do this again because who knows when I'm going to be able to edit. So basically, I think, I actually don't know how much is left. I think it's around 52 products left, and I put $141 into the kitty, so I have quite a few left to finish. Some of those will be easy finishes, and I think I've set in my mind for some of the products, am I going to finish it, am I not going to finish it, what's going to happen to them once at the end of the year. Some of them, if they're still around, will be thrown away. Others may be given away, and other ones might just remain in the stash, or maybe I'll try to finish them in 2015. So I finished 10 products, so I'm thinking that makes 52 products, unless I've counted incorrectly. So, but that information will be down below. Yeah, so that's it. Sorry I've been away for so long. You know, promising that you're going to film regularly, it's probably usually the death knell for this, but I'm going to try to do it more often now that life is a bit less hectic. And yeah, putting on my big girl panties so I'm not all drowsy and sleepy. And yeah, so thank you guys who have been emailing me. If any of you have recently tagged me in anything, can you please PM me? I haven't watched any videos for ages. Yeah, so I might have missed stuff. I think that's about it. I want to thank all those people who are continuing to subscribe. You guys are freaking awesome. I want to thank those of you who have remained a subscriber, and just your lovely words, and it's just awesome. What can I say? You know, you guys know what's going on, what's happened in the last year, and you start to appreciate things that you may have appreciated in the past, but you appreciate more, if that makes sense. And then some things that seem to be really high on the scale of yes, I love it, sort of dropped a bit, because you know, you just switch your priorities. So, but you guys still are a priority. It just may not always seem that way, but I do love you guys. So take care, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.